Hello, and thanks for joining me for this series of free mini animal communications. So this series was really born out of what happened here in the US around the coronavirus, the pandemic, the lockdown. As this started to unfold, I really started to wonder what the animals were thinking about all of this. And they just really encouraged me to make a bunch of videos, really interviewing them, translating what they had to share with us. And really that's how this series was born. So today we're going to talk with a butterfly. Let me pull up this picture here. So what I've been doing is, as I'm out and about, I just kind of hold up the question, are there any animals that would like to share their wisdom with us? And if yes, please present yourself for a picture. And so this little painted lady butterfly presented itself. And I don't think I've actually ever communicated with a butterfly before. I'm trying to recall, and I don't remember any butterflies. So this will definitely be a new and interesting experience for all of us. So as a reminder, if you're joining me live here on Zoom, and if you have any questions, there should be a bar on the bottom, and one of the buttons should say chat. And so if you have a question for this butterfly, just go ahead and type it in. Oh, hi, Kim, I see you. Yes, I'm coming to you from a new location today. I moved over the weekend, so getting settled in, we'll see how this new setup works. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get quiet and start tuning into this butterfly and see what it would like to share with us today. So immediately what it's showing me is like butterflies in general. It's showing like flapping its wings and these kind of rainbows coming from each side of the wings. Butterflies make people smile, it says. And there's something also very delicate about butterflies, it says, much in the same way that rainbows are kind of delicate and it's not quite unknowable, because we know what creates a rainbow, but there is like a certain magicalness about it. And the butterfly is saying there's a certain magicalness about butterflies as well, showing the painted wings, the different colored wings. It's referring to kind of butterflies overall rather than the specific painted lady butterfly. It says as it's flying, it almost feels like those rainbows kind of come off its wings, just spreading. Like you see how kids smile and chase butterflies. Like there's this certain spark of joy and sort of like childlikeness, childlike curiosity that butterflies bring out. And we bring it out in adults too. What else would you like to tell us about yourself or butterflies? This is kind of an open forum for you to share whatever you would like. I'm really feeling this butterfly is female. So it's saying, I'm not really sure if it's a male or a female, but it's saying that butterflies bring a kind of feminine quality. There's a certain like Venusian quality. It's pointing to like being a mother of a young child. It's saying, like mothers of young children, yes, they might be exhausted, but they also have this ability to be tuned into their child and the wonders that their child are tuning into. And kids are very, very drawn to butterflies, it says. And there's this yeah, just this real feminine Venusian quality about it that really, it's showing, yeah, it's just spreading through the wings as it flies, like this vibration or this feeling just kind of comes off the wings. So I wonder if there are any particular messages of butterfly wisdom that you might want to share with us. So, well, I just did. Yeah, like seeing butterflies really, it's saying like allowing butterflies, there's a special place in the heart. It says that the wings kind of touch that childlike, beautiful, Venusian, childlike curiosity place in the heart. Do you feel like there's something, like if we're out and about and we see butterflies, that there's something, some sort of message for us, or something that butterflies really want to bring for humans? She's saying, well, that's a pretty broad question, Tracy. You know better than to ask these broad questions like this. She's saying, yeah, it's different for each person, but there is, yeah, curiosity. What she's saying there's something about curiosity that really um, sparks invention. It sparks exploration, showing curiosity as the like this driving force in the human race, that it brings new innovations and new things. And this butterfly is also showing dreams, how butterflies can have impact or um, signify something important about dreams. Can you say more about that? Says, well, it's different for different people, but with any kind of winged creature, it could be a bird, it could be a moth, it could be a butterfly. This butterfly is saying there, with the wings, have some kind of um, connection to dreams. It's the air quality, she says. It's because when we take off and dream at night, it's like our consciousness kind of flies away a bit. And this butterfly is showing, like, if you're seeing lots and lots of butterflies, it might be really good to keep a dream journal or pay more attention to your dreams. Um, Showing, yeah, again, this air element of bringing in wisdom, showing to the head, like showing the wings, kind of bringing the wisdom to the head through dreaming. It looks like we have a question here. Okay, so Nancy is asking, our friends were over recently with their 7-month-old son, and a butterfly came into our backyard. He saw it across the yard and kept trying to reach it. He was delighted and smiled and tried to talk to it. Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, yes, butterflies and kids there. Is there anything you want to add to that, butterfly? It's saying that adults could really do well to, like, if you're around kids that are chasing butterflies, to really tune. And she's saying, she says it's not just butterflies. She's showing like dragonflies or like fireflies, any kind of winged creature. But she says butterflies are particularly special because of our big wings. But tuning into that particular energy that the child is carrying or holding, like feeling the energy around their body and letting it kind of resonate with your own energy, can be a really kind of, she's showing it like a brightening, like turning up a light, like a dimmer switch, turning up the light, um, in grown-ups energy. Grown-ups tend to be very, very serious, she says, and the childlike wonder piece could be very, very important for, she's showing it almost like a reset for adults. We become far too serious and like geared into always working in this direct kind of focused motion. And it's showing like the energy of the childlike curiosity makes our energy bigger and brighter. Like I see, it's almost like another dimmer switch, but it's more like golden energy around the whole human body and turning it up. Yes, this butterfly is saying, I really carry a lot of messages around curiosity and how curiosity can bring new things, new innovations into life. We've got a question from Kim now. So it's so interesting and unique the way caterpillars turn into butterflies. Is there anything that you would like to share with us about that particular aspect of you, butterfly? Yeah, she's kind of showing me like all the different phases of becoming a butterfly, and it's just showing the different phases and then showing them as a whole group or a package. Is there anything about that particular transition maybe that you want to share with us? So it's showing how, you know, a caterpillar is showing it kind of moving along. And it's like, you know, it's not like a caterpillar really has a choice about whether it turns into a butterfly. It's part of the cycle. Yeah, maybe a caterpillar could become food for a bird or something first, but there's no conscious decision to stop that forward momentum process. I feel like that's related to something human that I'm not quite catching. Could you expand on that a little bit more? So it's showing, you know, this is obviously a physical transformation that happens with the butterfly. And she's showing like it's not the same for humans because there isn't this like huge physical transformation in the same way that happens with a butterfly, but there is like this constant moving forward in time thing that happens where change always happens. And she's showing, so like time is moving forward here, and then there's some humans that are like pulling back, trying to stay where they are, like they don't want to keep going with the forward time momentum. And she's saying like there's really, we can resist it all we want, but there really is no choice in moving forward. Like we have to move forward. There's a level of surrender, she's saying. Yeah, she's saying it's sort of like if I would try to, like as a caterpillar, try to stop the process of turning into a butterfly. There's the same kind of thing with humans moving forward in time. Like if they, if they're engaged in this pulling back away from the timeline thing, it makes it more bumpy, is what, like she's showing this kind of jagged thing. Yeah, and this sense of like time always pulling forward, whether you want to or not. So it feels like I heard the word surrender, like a letting go into this flow of things. Is that part of what the message is here too? Yes, it's like you can't stop change. Change is constant. And if we're engaged in trying to keep things the same as they are, then there's a sense of resisting the flow. And so what the butterfly is showing is humans might be able to tune in, especially to their lower belly areas, and feel whether they are being allowed to be kind of pulled with the time or pulled with the flow of things, or if you feel like this heavy kind of like hardness in the belly that's pulling backwards, that can be a way to be aware of whether you're letting go into time and letting things move forward or pulling back. Is there anything else about this transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly that you might like to share with us? Yeah, there's definitely this sense of not resisting. Humans are good at resisting things, it says. Well, it's interesting that you use that particular word, you know, because resist is kind of a word that's a little bit popular, I guess, in our political arena these days, of resisting the patriarchy or resisting authoritarianism kind of thing. So do you feel like there's something different about that kind of resistance versus resistance to moving forward, like into a new transformation period? Yeah, it's showing. So it's almost like there's a path being forged by, let's, you know, call it the 1%, or the people who are, let's face it, really running this world, the richest of the rich. And it's showing like there's this path that those people are trying to create a groove or create the road that the majority of the populace is going to travel along. And it's saying, yeah, resistance is different in this context, because it's like people are trying to resist this grooved path that the rich are trying to make them follow, and they're trying to create this secondary, this other path or track that people, maybe it's more in line with the other 99% of us. So yes, like resist in this particular meaning is different, and this butterfly is saying yes, absolutely resisting that path, that groove that someone else is paving for you, rather than it being about like a divine alignment or something. Yeah, it's really important to feel which kind of flow you're caught in, because you could be caught in like a flow that's going to lead you in the wrong direction, let's say. But the butterfly is saying if you can kind of tune in and see if the path you're following is more in line with your higher self or something, or like this divine alignment of maybe your purpose in being in this life. Like that kind of resistance has a very different flavor than what she was talking about before. So Kim would like to know, what would the butterfly like to say about free will? Yeah, because resistance, that really comes up with free will, doesn't it? So she's saying, well, there is free will, obviously, but she says that she's saying that it looks a little bit different for like species to species, because she's saying for her, her free will exists within a container, is what she's showing. Like, this is what a butterfly or caterpillar does and is, and what levels of free will it has. And so this is what free will looks like for a butterfly, whereas it might look different for a squirrel or a human. It's saying that our particular species put kind of restraints or boundaries on what level of free will we might have. Yeah, and she's saying humans really kind of embody this ultimate free will choice piece, where different animals might be confined by their species or something, humans have this different ability to affect change, is what she's showing. Yeah, like it affects a larger group of people, or something like a coyote or something might impose its free will on prey and eat it and eat multiple, animals or whatever. But like a human could have the ability to buy this huge parcel of land and completely clear it and put um, all kinds of structures and cement and all kinds of things. And she's showing how, like, humans' free will has a much bigger impact on individual species and the world at large than the free will of individual non-human animals. Okay, is there anything else about like free will that you might want to share with us? There's a bit of a power trip involved with free will, is what she's saying. Like, we think because we can do something, that makes it maybe okay. And we say, oh, well, it's free will and I can do this, so I'm going to do it. And who cares about the consequences? Yeah, humans, it's just saying humans would do well to understand how much bigger an impact they have on the rest of the world. And do you feel like there's hope for that, for humans to understand? Or I see that emoji with the hands up, kind of like, I don't know. It would be nice if the humans understood a little bit better, is what she's saying, but whether that will actually happen, I just don't know. There's I hear there's a glitch in the matrix, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like humans are pushing all the buttons or rearranging the code in the matrix in a way that they think is like, it's almost like they're playing God, basically, rearranging the code to make the earth what they think it should be, when there's this higher wisdom that humans aren't quite tapping into, because they become obsessed with their own free will and the power that comes with that. There can be just a lot of power issues when it comes to free will. The butterfly says, yeah, I totally believe that. I've certainly been around that myself. All right, Miss Butterfly, we're coming to the end of our time here today. I wonder if there's anything else that you would like to share with us today, or any last words of butterfly wisdom for us? This is really random, but I hear it say that it's really happy that butterflies are such a popular tattoo, that there's like an energetic kind of imprint that gets put on people that have butterfly tattoos, it says, and it's really, it likes that. Yeah, it's interesting. Anything else you'd like to share with us? Well, it's specifically telling me to keep paying attention to my dreams. So I will do that. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing here. All right, well, thank you so much for everybody who joined us here today. These free animal communications have been really fun for me to do and put together and share with the world, and I hope you're enjoying them too. So thanks again for joining us, and until next time, take care and be well.